3 shortlisted nominations are End Our Cladding Scandal, Operation Noah's Bright Now campaign, hashtag Facebook Has No Standards, Coventry Youth Activists. And the winner of the David and Goliath Award is hashtag Facebook Has No Standards, Coventry Youth Activists. CYA's hashtag Facebook Has No Standards campaign set out to change the way online disability hate is handled by social media platforms. Despite rising levels of disability hate crime online, they always got the same response when they try to report a problem. The posts don't breach Facebook's community standards. CYA's response is that Facebook doesn't have any standards. How can they when they allow hateful, ableist posts to remain online? They decided to take on the corporate giant and secure the meeting with Facebook, something that many larger organizations have failed to do. However, after this, all communication stopped. Undeterred, they continued their fight with a Mad Hatter's Tea Party outside the London HQ, inviting Facebook to sit down with them and talk. They also work to ensure that issues facing people with disabilities are not ignored as part of the online safety bill, meeting MPs and peers to share their ideas. The difference the campaign has had on the young people in the group has been huge. Young people with anxiety, who would often find social situations overwhelming, stood outside Facebook HQ sharing their own story in front of a crowd on a megaphone. Young people with learning disabilities, often excluded by society, ran online meetings with people in positions of power to hold them to account. We think the campaign is extraordinary for its ambition, impact and empowering energy.
Joining us now, we have Coventry Youth Activists Jerry Mander, Amanda Thomas and Molly Gillespie. Congratulations on this amazing award. Jerry, as Rashid was mentioning there, governments struggle to take on big companies like Facebook. What was it that made a group of young activists from Coventry think that they could make a difference?
Well, as disabled people, we're so used to being ignored and not being listened to that I think we're now of the opinion of, well, what can we lose? There's nothing to lose. And I think that I always say it's really hard to expect people to understand what something's like unless they've lived through it. And everyone within Coventry Youth Activists will do CYA for short for the rest of this because it might extend the speech. But everyone within CYA, they've all experienced that. And I think when you've got the personal experience, it increases the drive to make the change. And as the award says, it just brings CYA together in such a short space of words because, as the story goes, David has to show courage to come forward and to take on things throughout the world. And every single day, each member of CYA, both as a group and in individual lives every day, have to bring great courage sometimes just to leave their homes, let alone work or try and make a difference. So it's just, we're just so incredibly thankful to have our voices heard. And as our campaign says, we're still fighting really hard to even get the most explicit hate speech taken down towards disabled people. So we really need to raise the awareness that within the protective communities and the marginalised communities is disabled people, and we're not as advanced in equality towards disabled people as we might think. As I know previous groups here today will understand what I mean when I say we're much more behind than we believe.
Brilliantly said. Amanda, what advice would you have for other campaigners, especially if they're taking on a really big company?
Find your voice and don't give up, and find the right people and energy, and Facebook has no standards.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Thank you. Huge congratulations to all of you. Well done.
Thank you.